In this video, we're gonna talk about 3 things. Why most people never start anything, how to break that mental loop that keeps you stuck, and a step-by-step way to finally take action, even if you feel completely lost. Because let's be honest, everyone says they want to change their life, but most people never even start. They'll talk about their dreams, their goals, their ideas for years, and they'll still be in the same place when you see them again. So let's figure out why that happens and how to avoid becoming that person. The first reason people never start is fear disguised as logic. They say things like, I'm just waiting for the right time. I'll start when I have money. I'll start when I have more knowledge. But that's not logic. That's fear pretending to be logical, because there's never a right time. There's always going to be something missing. Money, experience, confidence, whatever. And you know what's crazy? The people who actually succeed are rarely the ones who had everything ready. They're the ones who started when they weren't ready and figured it out along the way. That's the secret. It's not about being ready. It's about being willing. Willing to look dumb. Willing to fail. Willing to do it wrong the first 10 times. And that's where most people give up, because they care too much about how it looks instead of how it feels to be actually doing it. The second reason people don't start is overthinking. They'll plan and research and watch tutorials for months and call it preparation. But what they're really doing is avoiding discomfort. Because when you start, you can fail, and that's uncomfortable. But here's the thing. Thinking doesn't build momentum. Action does. You don't get clarity by sitting around and planning. You get it by doing the thing, messing up and adjusting. Every single thing you've ever learned in your life, you learned by doing it wrong first. You didn't learn to walk by watching someone else walk. You fell over and over. That's how you learn. So the real skill is not getting it perfect. It's getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Then there's the time excuse. I don't have time right now. That's the biggest lie we tell ourselves. You have time. You just don't prioritize. People will scroll for 2 hours a day, but say they don't have 30 minutes to work on their dream. That's not about time. That's about discipline. And I'm not saying this to sound harsh. I say it because I've been there. I've wasted entire months saying, I'll start soon. And then one day, you realize soon never comes. The perfect moment doesn't exist. And the longer you wait, the heavier the regret gets. Because at some point, you start thinking, what if I started back then? Where would I be now? And that's the worst feeling, knowing that the version of you from 2 years ago could have already done it if you just started. So let's make it practical. Here's how you actually start, step by step. Step 1, lower your expectations. Don't try to be great. Just try to start. Record the video even if it's bad. Go to the gym even if you do 1 set. Write for 10 minutes even if it sucks. You're building momentum, not perfection. Step 2, make it so small you can't fail. Instead of saying, I'll work out every day, say, I'll do 5 push-ups. Instead of, I'll make a full YouTube video, say I'll record 1 minute. Once you start, it's easier to keep going. Step 3, stop judging yourself mid-process. You're not supposed to be good yet. That's the point. Judging your early work is like yelling at a seed for not being a tree yet. Step 4, do it publicly. Tell people what you're doing. Post progress. When you make it real, when you give it weight, it becomes harder to quit. Step 5, be consistent, not perfect. The person who shows up every day will always beat the one who waits for motivation. Here's something that really changed my mindset. You're not starting from zero. You're starting from experience. Everything you've been through, the mistakes, the failures, the boredom, they all taught you something that's gonna help you now. So don't think you're late. You're right on time. And look, life's short, man. You'll want to look back 10 years from now and realize you never even tried. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect setup. Start messy. Start scared. Start now. Because one day you'll be proud you did, and that day might come sooner than you think.